PlayStation 5 scalpers, RetroPie scalpers, and people scalping your parents. When does this madness stop? And it stops when the revenue dries up. If I can buy a PlayStation 5 for $500 and flip it for $1,300, $1,800, people are going to do it. If I can go on and get a RetroPie build that's going to cost me $50 to make and sell it for $250, then people are going to do it. And if people can put a micro SD, memory module inside of a portable hard drive enclosure, and then just have it rewrite over itself to make it seem like it's a 1 terabyte hard drive, people are going to do it. And it's sickening. It really is sick. But let's go ahead and talk about it. So the first topic is the PlayStation 5, and it seems like that is the hot topic lately. Getting your hands on one is very difficult, although I've been reading around that if you talk to your local stores, like your GameStops, your Walmarts, your Targets, they do get regular shipments, and it's just a matter of getting the timing right. Do I think you should pay double for one? Absolutely not. Do I think that these scalpers are, insane and it's disgusting? When I see something like this, that's pretty disgusting. If somebody's using a bot program to buy up every single inventory, that's really selfish and messed up. And, I feel like karma is going to get them, is my personal opinion about that. But for all of you waiting, I would just say be patient. But I understand that that doesn't always help and not everyone can wait. So that's just the market, right? Supply and demand. But pretty nasty right here. That's all I got to say. It's pretty gross. Moving along to RetroPie. I occasionally go on Amazon, Etsy, or even eBay. You'll find more of the same. Now, I have to say there are some people on here charging a reasonable price for what you're getting. However, it's still very confusing, the differences you see. And what just bothers me the most is just how much margin some of these people are making for something that's not actually their work. Like a lot of the themes they're showing off are actually Hersty's themes, or different theme makers, or they're going after people who pre-make the images like Wolfenose and V-Man, and they're using base images from other people and making a profit off of it. Now, like that one for $22, that's not bad. Like the SD card itself, they're making like $10 on that. I could, give a little bit more wiggle room for something like that versus somebody charging multiple $100 with under $75 worth of hardware. It just seems to me like you're taking advantage of somebody who doesn't really know what they're getting into. So for that, I can't really get behind it. Now, here's one nostalgic box. So not only did they added some marketing to it, they renamed a Raspberry Pi to a nostalgia box, but he even has a YouTube video, and you can go and watch it, and you can see that it's really just a Hersty Magazine Madness theme with a similar Wolfenose image or something else like that. And it was funny when you scroll down to the bottom here, why a Raspberry Pi 3? And he's selling it for $275. It's a complete ripoff. Exactly. And I don't think you have to be this word over here that he wrote, but I just think you have to be uninformed. The other thing that was so funny about this guy's post is he made like a statement down here. Any seller claiming to be offering you a RetroPie on a Raspberry Pi 4 build are complete liars, robbing you of your money. RetroPie on the Raspberry Pi 4 is currently on beta build, and its function is over a year away from being fully vetted, let alone being anywhere close to sellable to you as a consumer. Buyer beware. Well, we'll see how long that lasts. Maybe he'll see this video and update it, but it's absolutely changed. However, it's in his best interest to continue to sell the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, as that is still one of the cheaper Pis and easily readily available, thus giving him a higher margin. So, I guess the moral of the story is, I'm not gonna, if you're watching this video and you're like, hey, I was one of those people that bought it, I now know, or maybe you're one of those people that bought it, just, do some research, ask around. There's a lot of great YouTubers out there too who, try to make this as simple as possible to understand. But at the same time, as long that, the reason why people like that exist is because there's buyers in the market who want a plug-and-play system. And, I welcome, people like Pandora's Box and people making it way easier to access these retro games because hopefully, people will be able to, tinker themselves and save some money. I think that's a great thing. Now the last story on this video is, so my parents bought a couple hard drives on Amazon, found out when you put more than 30 gigs on them, they just replace your previous content. And that is my last, I've made videos on this. Not all micro SD cards are built the same. Humbum, 100% this is probably a scam. New Flash, 100% that's probably a scam. Samsung, the SanDisk, buying it directly from the manufacturer is the way to go on any kind of flash memory or memory, because you have things like this that exist. They actually have little modules. And so your computer will think it's a 1 terabyte drive. Here, they have it here. So they bought this hard drive on Wish. It was not this one up here, but a similar story. It was sold as a 4 terabyte drive. Internally, it was actually 4 32 gigabyte thumb drives plugged into a tiny smart USB hub. When you plug it in, it comes up as 4 1 terabyte drive partitions, but it fails if you try to copy more than 32 gigabytes at a time. Exactly. There's so many good ways to rip you off and make the marketing, right? Oh, 4 terabyte drive. So people are marketing, larger sizes, or marketing that you're getting all this stuff. And that's all it is it's fluff. All this fluff you're falling for. So I guess the moral of the story is, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So a really great one is the H2 Test W. It's been around for a very long time. It's a reliable tool to test the true capacity of any SD card, as well as read-write speeds of the drive. The only downside is the fact that it is quite old. This means that the software has not been optimized to use on larger capacity drives. So smaller drives could work. There's fake flash test. If you're looking for something a bit speedier, this tool is very similar to the H2 Test W, and it could do a quick size test. Chip Genius, Blackmagic Disk Speed Test. So you have a few different options here in order to test those out. So I'm going to end the video here, and I just want to reiterate that there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of really good things, both RetroPie, Recalbox, RetroBat, the people at RetroArch, the people at Libretro, and then it goes on to the people that actually build images like Wolfenose and V-Man. And for the most part, I think their idea is pure, right? It's that they want to have these old retro games, they want to preserve them, they want to have them readily available, they want them user friendly. And I think that if your intentions are good, then great. As far as these things right here, $328, $225, their intentions is to make a quick buck. Now, they might have been watching a few YouTube videos and thinking like, wow, yeah, I can really do that, and I can make some good money doing this. And I just think that that's a shortcut myself. That's my opinion. I think it's a shortcut. I could easily sell RetroPie images, right? Like, I have access to, I've probably reviewed 50, 60, and people leave me comments all the time like, hey, can you help me with this? Can you do this for me? And you can ask every single person that sent me a Facebook message that I say, there's people out there that do it, but, if I were you, I'd be very careful. I'd do my research and make sure that they're not ripping you off. Furthermore, there's lots of tutorials out there where you could do it yourself. It might seem daunting at first, but watching a few videos, you could do it on your own. That's been my general message this whole time. And, that's me. Everyone can have a different opinion. But that's where I'll end this conversation. Let me know what you all think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next one.